Welcome back, everyone, to Cadia Stands, the channel dedicated to the Hammer of the Emperor, the mighty Imperial Guard. Fairly recently, we saw a whole bunch of new Astra Militarum models leaked and then revealed by Games Workshop, including new Kasrkin, a new Creed family member, tank, infantry squad, heavy weapons, and perhaps most surprisingly, a new Sentinel kit. Though I'm as excited as anyone else that the Imperial Guard is getting a much-needed refresh, something feels off about the new releases. Out of all the vehicles in the Imperial Guard range, one of the few that I didn't think needed a rework was the current Sentinel kit. It's newer than most other Guard vehicles, and has some nice detail, at least compared to models like the decades-old Basilisk. Just look at that sprue. Here's the new Sentinel, which appears to be more armored around the legs than the current armored Sentinel. Armor plates cover the thigh and knee areas of the walker's legs, while the cockpit itself has a lower profile. The contours on the armor panels of the cockpit are much more rounded than on the current Sentinel, and seems to go against the angular armor design characteristics of most of the Guard vehicles. It almost seems like a towel-like design, as it looks more fluid and seamless than most Imperial designs. I'll be interested to see how they present this in the lore, possibly as a new pattern, or more likely, simply a complete replacement for the current armored and scout Sentinels. While this new Sentinel looks great as a model and has better proportions than the old model, as most of Games Workshop's new releases do, in my opinion it lacks some of the key design characteristics of other Guard vehicles, and I'll likely be hanging on to my older Sentinel models. The same design phenomena are even more apparent in the new Rogal Dorn battle tank, which I liked at first, but realized looks absurdly cartoonish, even when placed next to the Leman Russ and Baneblade. I never thought I'd see the day that the Leman Russ was a less cartoonish vehicle than its counterpart. The turret seems to be an entirely cast design, as opposed to the welded designs of the Chimera pattern vehicles and the other tanks in the Astra Militarum arsenal. Now, this isn't inherently a problem, as historical tanks like the M4A1 Sherman had cast holes in turrets, but it's a bit odd given its inconsistency with other Guard tank designs. The real killer here, however, is the overall shape. This over-designing of the tank's overall shape muddles the brutal utilitarian aesthetic of Guard vehicles that is present in the entire range. The same over-designing phenomenon, in my opinion, even shows through in the new Cadian Shock Troops, which are another interesting choice for a refresh, given the fact that they released a new upgrade sprue just last year for the old kit. New details on the flak armor, knee pads, and helmets bring the kits into line with new models in terms of level of detail, but clutter the beloved simpleness of the original kit. And don't even mention the new Lord Solar, which bears little resemblance to any Imperial Guard unit in the range. Maybe it's just a garish paint job, but the whole model looks completely out of place on any grim 41st Millennium battlefield. I know it's an all-too-popular thing to complain about new Warhammer releases, and I'm happy the Guard is finally getting the attention it deserves, but Games Workshop's new style of their modern kits seems to be diluting the Astra Militarum's unique utilitarian aesthetic in favor of more quote-unquote detailed models. The Guard vehicles were designed to be mass-produced and are intentionally anything but detailed. What do you think of the new models? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more Imperial Guard content. Until next time, Cadia stands.